So, hey, my babies, what's up? As you already know, it's your girl Dee Love, and if you are new, hello, I'm Dee Love, and today we are going to get into a video called 10 Mysterious Disappearances. I love, and love you all. Let's get into this video. Peace.
What is it about the unknown that draws us in like moths to a flame? Let's face it, we hate unanswered questions and loose strings. It's why we're drawn to unsolved cases and mysterious disappearances similar to the ones discussed ahead. From little kids to grown adults, there are many bizarre cases still open for investigation which seem no closer to being solved. FELIX MONCLA. Possible alien kidnappers? In 1953, radar operators at Kinross Air Force Base in northern Michigan picked up an unidentified object over Lake Superior. Lieutenant FELIX MONCLA scrambled into his F-89C fighter jet to see what it was. Radar operators watched as the two blips on their screens got closer together before merging into one, which disappeared. While logic says MONCLA crashed his jet into another plane, no wreckage or anything related to the plane was ever found floating on or in the lake below.
That's scary.
Garnell Moore. It's very odd for someone to vanish without a lead or trace. In the case of Garnell Moore, that's exactly what happened. Moore spent his life under the care of various family members. In 2005, an aunt caring for the boy reportedly decided she couldn't care for him anymore and left him on the steps of a child services building in Baltimore. When police looked into it, they found the location was made up, but have no evidence to prove or tie anyone to anything illegal involving Garnell's disappearance. Virginia Carpenter. In 1948, a taxi dropped 21-year-old Virginia Carpenter at her Denton, Texas dorm. It was the last anyone ever saw of her. The cabbie noted that as he left, she was talking to two men she appeared to know in a yellow car. Over the following weeks, people reported various sightings of a yellow car with two men and a woman who looked like Carpenter. The last sighting involved a car picking up a ragged-looking hitchhiker who called herself Virginia and matched her description, but no sightings were ever confirmed, and the case remains unsolved to this day. LAURIA Bible and Ashley Freeman. LAURIA Bible and Ashley Freeman of Oklahoma were close friends and were having a birthday sleepover for Ashley at her home in December 1999. The next morning, the home was burned to the ground and the girls were gone. Ashley's parents' bodies were found in the burnt-out home, each shot in the head. Had the girls done it? Investigators ruled that out, given none of the evidence added up. Various tips, including a confession from a death row inmate, haven't turned up a shred of evidence related to this disappearance. ASHA degree. In February 2000, ASHA Degree's parents went to her room to wake her up, only to find she was gone. Witnesses later said they had seen a girl who looked like the 9-year-old walking down the road not far from her house at 4 a.m. that morning. 3 days later, her pencils and markers were found in a small barn a mile away. Over a year later, her book bag was found buried 26 miles away. One possible theory is that Degree was initially running away from home, but was later abducted when she got into a car. DIANE AUGAT. In 1998, DIANE AUGAT left her Odessa, Florida home and vanished. 3 days later, Augat's mother received a call which sounded like her daughter crying for help, but revealed little else. A few days later, the severed tip of Diane's thumb was discovered. Even more bizarre, her clothing was discovered in a convenience store freezer a couple of weeks later. 2.5 years later, after a local paper ran a story about the disappearance, a friend of the family discovered a bag with Diane's name on it in another convenience store. Inside were some of Augat's belongings. Her case remains unsolved. BRIANNA Maitland. In 2004, 17-year-old BRIANNA Maitland finished her shift at a Vermont tavern and was never seen or heard from again. A day later, people noticed a car which had been partially backed into a farmhouse just a couple of miles away. It was found to be BRIANNA's car. Other than some of Maitland's personal items and 2 uncashed paychecks, there wasn't anything to point investigators in a definitive direction. In fact, numerous witnesses had seen the car at the farmhouse mere minutes after Maitland had left work, but no one had seen anyone around. MAURA Murray. In February 2004, student Maura Murray got in touch with her work and school supervisors to let them know she had a family emergency and would be taking a week off. In fact, there had been no family emergency. While driving in northern New Hampshire, the 21-year-old crashed her car. A bus driver stopped to see if Murray needed help, but she refused. He called the police anyway. When they arrived, Murray was gone, but the car was locked up. Since then, there hasn't been a trace of her, and no new clues have turned up. KORRINA and Annette Sagers. In 1988, 8-year-old Annette Sagers made her way to the bus stop in front of the Mount Holly plantation in South Carolina. She then disappeared. Investigators only found a note which read, "Dad, Mama came back. Give the boys a hug." Disturbingly, the note appeared to be written by KORRINA Sagers, Annette's mother, who had herself disappeared 1 year before in the exact same location. Had the mom come back to take her daughter? If so, why leave behind her 2 other children? It's a case that has left experts baffled for years. Amy Bradley. In 1998, Amy Bradley went on a Caribbean cruise with her parents. One morning, the 23-year-old was nowhere to be found. She had been spotted on the ship in the early morning hours, but as the ship docked in Curaçao, no one knew exactly where